ever had more emails on a coastal issue from people that live on I-5 than this issue. It was quite astonishing. You know, the people on the Oregon coast, everyone in this room, if you're from the Oregon coast, you are familiar with the information and the devastation that will occur when the Cascadia event occurs. In my district is 4 times more likely to have an 8.0 or greater earthquake than the rest of the Cascadia zipper, if you will. And we do, as the good representative spoke earlier, a tremendous amount of education in informing our citizenry of the problems that will and could exist. But we have to still allow the building. As the good representative said, Goal 7, the earthquake zone is everything from I-5 to the coast, that we wouldn't have building occurred. And so we must, as a state, come together with the help of the federal government in preparing for not only the infrastructure necessary, but also to prepare for those impacts that are going to occur and how we're going to be able to move forward and manage once, of course, the event occurs. So, again, I appreciate the colleagues' support and our colleagues' support in the building and assisting us in moving the legislation forward, and it's one chip at the armor of things that need to change with the land use laws in our state.
So I just want to add, getting prepared is really important, but keeping people's interest in preparing for events that happen 300 to 1,000 years apart is really difficult. There's only a few people in this building whose ancestors were here the last time, and they're mostly sitting up here, our tribal representatives. It's really hard to pump up. Oh, there's someone here too? Yeah. It's really hard to pump up people's enthusiasm to really make those preparations. So knowledge is really, really important. Some of the events were 1,000 years apart, so we've only got 600 years to go. We don't have any idea yet. The federal government is doing some stuff on early warning to try to help make sure that if you're in an emergency room having an operation and the earthquake happens, the generators happen before the earthquake cuts it all out. There is some interesting information that's going around that the federal government's been working on. So we're trying to get more information. There's a group sitting way back over in the corner from a special place in Tillamook County called Near Space Research. And if they want to stand up, they can, so other people can see them. If you're interested in trying to figure out how to find a site where we can start preparing people as a community up and down the coast, they're trying to figure out how do we get all these coastal people to get together and figure out what's the best things to have, what's the best equipment to have, how best to distribute it, what do we need to know. Get a hold of those people. They're here because they want to make sure that they do that. And it's really a neat thing. If you have not been to Near Space Research, they have the Johnson Space Center, named after Bessie Johnson. And if you've watched people jump out of balloons in the atmosphere, way up, the longest parachute jump, they got up there because Near Space Research made the platform, the balloon, to get them up there. They work with NASA, they work with everybody. They're an amazing little company. And Betsy, again, had a lot of influence when that used to be in her district.
Before you stole it.
Before I stole it, as the redistricting has taken place. But really great people thinking about things. They've been working with other people in our state on drones and how to use those in emergencies like that to do things that we need to do. We need to be prepared. We need to make sure that everybody understands what could happen. But we don't need to draconianly say you can't live on the places everybody's wanted to live on all their life. There would not be a seaside. There's just no place to get to in seaside. So look at the coast, understand this, understand the perils and be prepared for whatever's going to happen. But I think what we try to do is take a rational approach to figuring out how to make sure with building codes and other things that after the event, there will still be structures where people can shelter and do some other kinds of things like they're doing at Oregon State. So I'm proud of the people there.
I'm just curious.